to episode 219 of
the Eldritch Podblast.
I'm Mags.
I'm Jack.
And we are a Dungeons & Dragons social commentary podcast where we focus on the social aspect of D&D.
We give out advice to players and dungeon masters, old and new.
But most importantly, we believe in creating a safe, inclusive, and welcome space.
So if that sounds good to you, say hi to my dog.
Say hi to this guy.
Say hi to this guy who is in my space. Yeah. I've got my legs out for free.
Oh my gosh.
Got my legs out on the pod.
Oh my goodness. He's ringless today,
He's
if
ringless.
You've noticed. Although it is right behind you. Yeah, you. It's right behind you.
So behind you. You can grab it if he licks himself.
You can grab it. If you see him licking, it's your responsibility to grab the ring.
I want to see down in the comments, if my dog begins to lick himself at any point, I want to see you say... I'm grabbing the ring.
I've got it. I'm grabbing the ring.
I'm grabbing the ring.
Yeah, thank you.
That's what I want to hear.
Thank you very much. But he's ringless because we're trusting him.
Probably.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. Is that a good idea? I don't know. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, indeed.
But he's in the way, so I can't put my leg up.
Yeah, such is life.
Now my knee hurts because I'm old.
Yep, such is life.
Welcome.
Such is life. How are you? I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope whatever your weekend you have been up to on your weekend has been great. I hope it hasn't been as warm for you as it has been here in the UK. Oh my goodness gracious me. Once again, it was 32 degrees on Tuesday.
Yeah,
it was
like
28 degrees on Wednesday.
It was
26 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been way too hot.
It's 23 today, 20 tomorrow, so it's cooling down. So it's not so bad.
And again, the problem with the UK heat is it's just so humid. It's not nice. No, there is no escape.
That's the issue with the UK heat. There's no escape.
Yeah.
Because nowhere has AC. Thankfully, because of our beautiful community.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's you, by the way. We were able to cool the D&D room down to play on Wednesday, and we had it on the whole time.
Yeah.
And while it got a bit warm,
it never got unbearable. But compared to that one time when just before we had the AC and it was 32 in the house.
God, unplayable.
It was actually unplayable. And if we didn't have that AC unit, we wouldn't have been able to play. We would have had to call it off.
I even said, if it wasn't for the AC unit, I think we'd probably just call today off because it was too hot.
Yeah, totally. So thank you. Because of you, we were able to play D&D, and oh my God, what a session.
Good session, wasn't it?
Oh, what a session. It's the one that's going to be coming out the week that this releases.
Yeah, so it's coming out this Thursday.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yep.
We're going to talk about that in a second. And it's a bit of a dungeon crawl.
It is a bit. It's the first dungeon crawl we've done this whole campaign, really.
Proper dungeon crawl. We did a little bit of a Hillborough Castle dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
But this was a proper old school
proper dungeon crawl.
I'm uncovering the dungeon as we go.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
It was great. It felt great. It was so much fun. And we just got on with it, and we just we blasted through it.
Yeah.
I can't believe that we got to the point that we got to in that one session, to be honest with you. So that's going to be this Thursday, and
it's going to be this Thursday.
On
YouTube.
So we premiered last week's episode on YouTube. It was last night for us. It was the time we're recording.
But
it was last week for you. And it was the first YouTube premiere.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was worried that it was going to feel different. It honestly didn't.
Felt exact same.
It honestly felt exactly the same.
It was beautiful to see some new faces being
really
welcomed into the community by our regular people who came over from Twitch. That was really nice to see.
It was nice to see that the regulars were willing to come over from Twitch onto YouTube as well, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. So thank you all for making that a easy, not painful, extremely welcoming experience for everyone and us as well. Coming and premiering it on YouTube.
Indeed.
And do you want to know what? It was so much easier for us.
It was so much easier for us. Yeah, it was so much easier. And I can only imagine going forward, it's just going to get easier. We wanted to properly be involved in it last night, when it aired, just to make sure everything went okay. And it did. And it really didn't feel any different at all. I think everyone who wanted to be there was there, and we got some new faces in, and I hope that it will continue to go that way.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, thank you. Although I will say it was a little stressful because it was our fault entirely, the uploading sequence of it all.
I uploaded it the night before because all you gotta do is upload it just like you would a normal VOD, but then you put it as a premiere. And for some reason, I came down in the morning and my PC was on the login screen, and I was like, I took a look and it stopped at 29%.
Yeah.
And then we were going out to the cinema, so we uploaded it as we were at the cinema, and luckily it just didn't mess around then.
Yeah.
But we went to the cinema.
Oh my gosh, we watched Weapons.
We went to see the movie Weapons.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, what a great movie.
What a great movie.
And it's like the more I think about it, the more I'm like I really liked that movie.
That was such a great movie.
It was a great movie. Look, it was mainly a psychological thriller, although I will say very horror as well.
It had some horror elements in there. It was very, very tense. And there was at times where it was a bit gory.
At
times it was a bit creepy, but it was mostly tense. That's how it got you. It made you feel like
tense.
uncomfortable.
God, there was a scene.
Oh my God. All three of us.
It started happening, and it was one of those really drawn out long scenes.
Oh my God.
Where your whole body tenses, and I could literally, the three of us were sat in a row. I could see all of us. We brought our legs to our chests, and we all like scrunched up, and we covered our eyes.
It was so rough to watch.
And we were like nervous laughing.
Yeah.
It was so good.
But it was also like, I think if for those of you who maybe weren't here when we went and saw Longlegs.
Yes.
God, what a dreadful movie that was.
Yeah.
And the reason it was bad was because, first of all, it didn't know what it wanted to be.
Yeah.
It over-explained itself. It
Yeah.
lingered too long on parts that didn't need lingering on.
Yeah.
It was just... And the beauty of this movie, the beauty of Weapons that we saw, was there were some things going on that it could have over-explained.
Yeah, easily could have
diverted the plot. Like,
totally.
The plot was so concise.
It was
a
long movie. It was a long movie. However, it was when you watch it, you know why it's a long movie. You need the 2 hours.
But it was like, there was moments where it could have stopped and been like, ooh, and this, and it tried to explain this and be like, and that's why we need to stop this, because if we don't, blah, blah. But it was just like, no, this thing's happening.
Yeah, we understand that you as the audience, you're not dumb. You can recognize this trope when you see it, and we're gonna let you have it. And then even the ending was it didn't over-explain.
It didn't. Yeah, it was. There
was
just
no
so
exposition
good.
dump. It was so good. Like, finding a horror movie in this day and age where it doesn't absolutely butcher the ending, which I understand. Endings are hard, especially in a horror
sometimes,
movie.
Yeah, I think a movie that did an ending really well was Talk to Me.
Yes,
because it wasn't afraid. to do the thing.
Yeah, it wasn't afraid to do the thing.
And it felt...
And you used all of the context throughout the whole of a movie to understand exactly what had happened. Yeah. And I honestly, Weapons was a story that we've all seen before. It's not a new concept. He's gonna pull the light over.
No, he's not.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna pull that light over.
Oh my gosh.
Come here.
Come here. You can do it. My gosh.
Oh, he's so close to pulling the light over.
He is. Just so you know, he stood between you. Hello. I don't know how much we left in that, but dog, pull the lights over.
Dog, and move the camera.
Yeah, move the camera. So I can't even remember what I was saying, but Weapons. It was a trope you've seen before. It was a story we've all seen before.
I think I had a unique take on that.
Yeah, I agree. But it's the way it was executed. It was executed in such an interesting way.
If you liked Prisoners with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal that came out like in 2013 or something like that, it was like that, but with a bit of horror.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a good explanation for it, because that's what it was described as to me, and I get it. Premise is some kids go missing, and people of the town work out
what happened.
Find them.
Yeah.
And you uncover the mystery of it as it goes, and it's so good. It was such a great movie.
I would absolutely, if you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of psychological thrillers, if you don't mind a little bit of gore, I would recommend it 100%.
A little bit.
Yeah, I would say there is 2 scenes that are pretty horrific. The rest, I would say, is kind of stock standard gore. Yeah, but 2 of those scenes.
2 of the scenes are intense.
I could not watch one of them. One of them, I simply just covered my eyes and I just waited for it to be over.
Yep.
But I would recommend it. Great movie. Yeah. Really, really great movie.
Good movie.
Yeah. If anyone has watched Weapons, I would be so interested to hear what you have to say about it, because we loved it and Abby loved it as well.
Yeah. It was really good. It was
all round success.
Yeah. Going out for a barbecue tomorrow.
We are going out for a barbecue tomorrow.
Our friends in Newcastle, so we're going to be going up to Newcastle for a BBQ.
We've been so social.
And we've been slamming the new season of World of Warcraft.
Back into World of Warcraft. Should we put his ring on him?
No, it's okay.
Okay. We're back into World of Warcraft.
Loving it.
Yeah.
Big time.
Enjoying
New raids out. We've done LFR. We're going to be doing the raid tomorrow after the barbecue on normal. Been playing some Mythic Plus. It's just been really nice.
It has. It's been really good. Now, because of this, I'm not getting a lot of time into read, I must be honest. Which
you finished This Is How the
I
Time
did.
Warp.
I did finish This Is How You Lose the Time Warp. No spoilers, obviously. I enjoyed it. I think I'm going to rate it 3.5 stars out of 5. I enjoyed it, but it was so abstract at points, and it got more abstract as it went along. And it's timey-wimey bullshit, right? And I love timey-wimey bullshit, but I get very confused following it sometimes. And I'd like to think I can understand the abstract to a certain level, but this was genuinely beyond my level of abstract.
Yeah.
And I think on a second reread, I was talking to Courtney about this, who read it, and we agree on a second read, I actually think I would have a much easier time following
because you're probably looking out for some things that it hints to early.
I will be.
Yeah,
Let me tell you that for free.
And like, that's
I
the
will
thing.
be.
Like, when it comes to something that abstract and that absurd, like when it came to like drama and media studies when I was in college and stuff like that, it's a genre for a reason.
Yes.
Like sometimes some things in that genre aren't supposed to make complete sense all the time.
Yes, completely.
Like, absurdism is absurd for a reason. It's supposed to hint at the hint to the absurd. So
yeah, and you know what? The concept is abstract, obviously.
Yeah,
but the writing, some of the writing, I just couldn't follow.
Yeah.
So the way that things were
delivered.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, this thing is that thing, which was this thing, which is now that thing, and then I think of it as this thing and I attribute it to that.
Yeah.
That kind of writing.
It's like,
but it doesn't actually give you the in-between. It goes, this thing is that thing, and then you have to kind of step through all of them together. And it was maybe too abstract for the level of my comprehension right now, but it was a great step into a different format. Look, I love. I love the format. I love timey-wimey. I love the way that it was, the letters were given to one another.
Yeah.
But sometimes the prose confused me a little bit because I'm not quite at that level yet, I think.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
I think that is something about that book, though, isn't it? It's like intentionally supposed to be like that because, and you know, like some people hate that because not many people have time to read a book twice.
Completely. And it is a shorter book. I mean, it's not as short as I thought it was, honestly. It was not an hour, 192 pages, I think.
And it was
so
small.
Yeah.
So I mean, you didn't take you long to finish.
No, I counted how long it took me. It took me 5 hours to finish it.
Cool.
Which is still longer than I thought it was going to be honest with you. But will I read it again? I don't know. Maybe after I've kind of dipped my toes in more of that genre, if I do decide to read that genre, I actually might go back over and read it. I think it's probably, I don't know if it's a good first step into that genre, but I enjoyed it. Good. It was a hard read. There's no way around it for me. It was a hard read. Obviously, it might not be that hard for you if you choose to read it, but I would recommend it. I enjoyed it.
And then last night,
I started the Poppy War.
You started the Poppy War. You got 3% of the way through.
I don't want to brag. I got 3% of the way through.
It's a bit of a monster.
It's a big bitch.
It's a big old bitch.
It's just under 600 pages, the copy that I have. And let me tell you, the pages are condensed.
Those pages are big.
Woo! Those pages are big, and there is a lot of text and not a lot of editing on them. Yeah. It's a text block. But I got 19 pages in. I was like, I'm going to finish the first chapter. I couldn't. I was too tired. I simply couldn't.
It was like 2:30 by the time you finished that first chapter, though.
Based on what I've seen in the first 19 pages, it's too
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's too early for me to tell, but I'm interested in the world. I'm interested in the
characters.
I'm interested in the characters. Yeah. So, am I going to get it finished by the end of this month like I wanted to? I don't know about that.
Probably not.
You
mean you can give it a good old college try?
I certainly can.
But
I am addicted to World of Warcraft.
But you're also addicted to World of Warcraft. So those two things aren't going to mesh well.
Yeah, indeed. So that's what we've been up to.
That's been it, man.
Which is actually, for us, has been quite a lot.
Yeah, it's been a lot, but it's been good.
Indeed.
It's been good.
Yeah.
I hope you've all been well.
Indeed. I hope you've had a wonderful week so far.
I want to say a big thank you to all the people who became channel members on YouTube last night in the premiere.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Big thanks
to you guys. A huge shout out to Timbo. Timbo, thank you. Yeah, I didn't realize you could gift things on YouTube.
But yeah, now those people have access to our Patreon and YouTube content.
Indeed.
They've got a backlog of all of our advice.
Yes,
They've got a backlog of all of our roundtables. If you want to support the channel, if you want to get some more content from us here on YouTube, please consider becoming a member. It's a great way to support us. We probably wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. So thanks to everyone who is a YouTube member and a Patreon. And if you do want to, click the join button down below or check the Patreon in the description.
Indeed. Actually, tomorrow when you're watching this, tomorrow is going to be the Entity tier exclusive D&D advice stream tomorrow.
Sure is.
So, yeah, if that's something that you'd be interested in, come along. The Entity advice streams are always so chill. It's a smaller group of people. There's no wheel to get through advice. It's all chronological, and we've answered every single advice piece so far.
Yeah, we've never missed one.
We get to go a lot more in detail because it's more one-on-one, honestly. So with that...
Yeah, we're also streaming live on Twitch right now, so come
and
hang out.
Hey, I don't know. Oh, we finished Baldur's Gate.
We'll talk about that some other times.
Oh my gosh.
We're too deep. If you want to come in, if you want to find out what our thoughts on Baldur's Gate, there'll be a VOD up on Twitch from yesterday.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we finished Baldur's Gate. A lot of crying.
There's a lot of crying.
There's
a lot of crying.
We'll talk about that maybe next week.
Yeah.
But with all of that said, shall we get into it?
Thank you so much to all our patrons and YouTube members.
You have no idea how much we appreciate your support.
Gain exclusive access either on Patreon or become a channel member here on YouTube for perks like channel badges and emotes on YouTube.
You get 2 extra and exclusive monthly live streams, including a roundtable with a cast of our D&D actual play, The Ascension of Farador, for all of your burning questions.
As well as an intimate D&D advice live stream where we can answer your D&D questions in depth and one-on-one.
If you would like to support us directly and gain access to these perks, check the link in the description to go to our Patreon or simply click the join button here on YouTube.
Thank you.
Yes. So, we are doing Am I the Asshole D&D edition.
Timestamp that?
Yes. I've timestamped this.
I saw you go to timestamp it, so I was just checking, you see.
Yes. Now, I think a lot of these are submissions. I think only 2 of them are from Reddit, actually, and the rest are submissions.
Wow, okay.
Now, there's a couple more in here than we normally would do, but that's because one of them, you'll see.
What are you doing?
Oh my gosh. So the first one, and this is from the Reddit. Am I the arsehole for ruining a new DM's first boss battle in Dungeons & Dragons?
Okay.
I've been going over my brother's friend's house to play D&D. My character is a barbarian, and we are level 2 going into this boss battle. My character uses a chain, like a whip/lasso. He's cowboy-themed, and he has 18 strength.
Okay.
The DM gave me an ability on my chain where I can hit as many times in a row as long as I continue to roll above the opponent's AC. Myself and his brother asked him when I got this if he was sure he wanted to give me that because it seemed really strong, but the DM said that it would be fine. Well, come the boss time, I use reckless attack, which means I attack with advantage. And because I'm rolling with advantage, on each hit, I end up doing like 35 damage on the first turn. And then I ended up killing the boss in turn 2 with 67 damage because I kept rolling above the AC with advantage. The DM for the rest of the session was incredibly upset with me and had to make up a bunch of filler because he had spent the past 4 weeks between sessions making the boss battle, aiming to make it long and challenging, but I ruined that. Even some of the players seemed upset with me. Am I the arsehole for taking advantage of what he gave me, knowing how busted it was because of my experience at the game? In the future, he did nerf the ability post-session by limiting the attack to a D5 to determine the amount of attacks, but buffed the damage slightly.
That's still too many attacks.
Yeah, I agree.
So, are you the asshole? So, here's the thing. No, you're not. Yeah, because the Dungeon Master's giving you this ability, and you're like, I used my experience. It's like, I don't even think you used your experience. You just used reckless attack.
Yeah.
It's like the primary function of a barbarian. You rage, so you take half damage. You reckless attack, everything has advantage against you, but you have advantage against it. So that when they inevitably hit, it doesn't matter because you're taking half damage. It's the gameplay loop of the barbarian.
Yes.
It's very simple. It's very effective. You normally have 1 billion health, so it's fine. So yeah, the Dungeon Master, look, all Dungeon Masters want to give out cool, awesome things when they're new. I did too. And sometimes you don't realize why things are broken.
Yes, totally.
You give a barbarian that can just consecutively hit and hit and hit and hit and hit until they miss. when they can literally just give themselves advantage whenever they want, which is statistically a +5. You already have a +4 in strength, and you have a +2 from your proficiency. So you're probably rolling with a +11.
Yeah.
Like, that's statistically rolling with advantage every attack.
Yeah. Against
a level 2 boss, you're going to hit almost every single attack.
Yeah, I know. And, I will say OP and their brother said, hey, are you sure? And it's one of these things, every single DM has been through this, where they give their players an item, an ability, etc., not realizing the consequences of that. Because how could you? You
don't understand why it's broken as a brand new dungeon master.
And how many times do you not understand the concept of something until it's in practice? There's no way
until it plays out at the table
could have known.
Or and sometimes with more complex magic items, like this is a very simple one, but it's just broken. But sometimes as a dungeon master with more complex magic items, you give them out, and then people are like, "Oh, that means I can do this," and then you go,
"Oh shit! Oh fuck!"
Yeah, and you didn't think of it being used that way. You have an idea of how it's going to be used.
Because everyone thinks differently.
So then you give it out to your table and it gets used in a completely different way. And I also think
there's no way that OP could have known. Yes, obviously. You hear that and you go, that's absolutely
completely
bonkers.
Broken.
You do. But I think even OP as the experienced one, I do think there is a level of... It's hard, isn't it? Because if the DM's going, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like... Maybe they know why it's so broken and they don't mind.
Yeah, and I think should there maybe have been a little bit more, like an explanation?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, possibly there should have been.
In the fight, when it was all going wrong and they were just hitting attack after attack, they could have gone, hey, like, I don't need to use this if you don't want me to.
But I mean, I think even at the time when... it was first given and OP says, me and my brother said this, I can't help but wonder if there was an explanation around
as to why it was so broken.
Why? And I maybe an explanation. I don't know. But I think it's one of those things as well where OP could have seen how it was going and OP could have stopped doing it, but what better time to use the OP item than in a boss battle? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but so here's the thing. I don't think anyone is the asshole.
No, I don't either.
Anyone here is the asshole at all. I think that we need to just be a little bit more willing to, in the moment when we see people are maybe getting upset, when we see people are getting a little frustrated, when we see maybe the dungeon master realize why it's so broken.
Yes.
Instead of just continuing, just going, do you want to know what?
Yeah.
Like, this is why it's broken. I'm happy to not use it if you don't want me to.
And
it's like, that's fine.
I agree. And it's frustrating for everyone. Let's be honest. It's frustrating for everyone. It's frustrating for the other players who haven't been able to get a single hit in.
Yeah.
It's frustrating for the players who have had this build up to the boss. It's especially frustrating for the DM who spent a month planning this session as well. And I don't think anyone is the asshole, but it's definitely a shit situation.
I would be devastated if it was my first dungeon crawl. We got to the end of this boss that I've been building up for like 4 weeks. And then because of this broken magic item, like maybe something I didn't consider or think of, it just makes it rubbish.
I agree.
And there's nothing more devastating than that. Like getting to a boss, like you're going to see on Thursday, we get to the end of a dungeon and then there's a boss fight.
Yeah.
If next week we come to this boss fight and it's bad, it's not going to feel good.
No.
It's going to feel bad.
I agree.
We've been doing this arc for maybe 4 or 5 sessions now.
Yeah.
And it's been sort of in the zeitgeist of our campaign for a little bit. It's been like here and there and we've been hearing about it.
Yeah.
So then this moment falling short will be rough.
Yeah.
But, I haven't given out any broken magic items. I know how balanced combat's very well and I'm a seasoned dungeon master. But if it was to, it would feel bad not just for me. It would feel bad for all of you.
It would. And I think that's exactly what's happened here. And, the more we talk about it, I'm like, is there more, obviously no one is there more of a responsibility on a more experienced player coming into a game with a first-time DM? Is there more of a responsibility on a player like that to be able to put their foot down and say, no, like this will ruin things?
I don't know, because I feel like you do your due diligence by saying, this is broken.
Yeah. Hey, are you sure?
Are you sure? Because this thing's like really overpowered.
Yeah.
And then the dungeon master being like, hey, it's fine. Because at that moment when the dungeon master goes, hey, it's fine, it's like
a trust me moment.
Yeah, maybe they understand why it's so broken.
Yeah.
Maybe they haven't dungeon mastered before, but maybe they understand the game to a level that maybe I didn't realize.
Yeah.
And then we get to the boss fight and then we realize that that's not the case.
Yeah.
and the flaws in this magic item come out. So I don't think it's any. I think it's just this is just new dungeon master, like new table apart from this person realizing why homebrewing is hard.
Yes, yeah, totally.
That's all it is.
And again, how could OP have known how much HP the boss had?
Yeah.
You know, there's so many different things. I'd be so interested to see what you think.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Is there a responsibility on an experienced player to kind of really make it, I would even say to explain the reasons as to why?
I think that out of everyone, that person has the most responsibility.
Yeah.
Probably alongside the dungeon master.
Yeah.
But you can only do so much.
Yeah, and also you're a player as well, and you want to have fun, and you want to have the OP item. You know, what I mean. It's such a hard balance. But
I think there's two players inside of you, though.
Yeah,
I think there's two players inside of you when it comes to something like this. There's somebody that I used to play with who was, if he'd have got given this item, he wouldn't have even turned to the dungeon master and been like, "No, are you sure?" Not. He'd have been like, "Great." And then he would have just destroyed every combat. He would have like laughed and he would have been like, "Well, you shouldn't have given me this."
Yes,
and
totally.
He'd have been antagonistic.
Yeah.
Then there's people who will play at our table. And if I'd have given this out in my first game, every single person, even me included as a player, would have been like, "This is quite strong. Like, are you sure?" And if you'd have said to me, if the Dungeon Master had said to me, or any of you, "I'm sure," I would have gone back and said, if at any point it's too much, I'm cool
we'll scale
for you
it back.
to nerf
Yeah, which to be fair is what happened.
Yeah.
Like after the fact, I still think it's too much.
Attacks?
Being honest with you, I still think it's too much.
You can maybe get one attack extra per turn if you go over the AC.
Yeah. Yeah, and like
that's still too much.
Even then, even then.
Like there's like one of the greatest feats in the game considered is Pole Lamb Master when you get that free attack when they walk, or like that reaction attack when they walk into your thing, and it's a D4.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I would be so interested to know. And again, I think kind of my last thoughts on this is when one person is dominating. I know for a fact if it was any of us, if one person was dominating a combat like that, I think we would probably pull back and be like, I'm going to let my other players have a go at this as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's difficult for us because if you did that, somebody would probably die. Because because at the point we're at now, like we're like 31 or 32 sessions into the game. It's like I've found the balance of you guys. You guys put out loads of damage.
Yeah.
Like you and Silence in particularly put out so much damage. And Josh maybe doesn't put out so much damage, but he puts out a lot of hits.
Yes.
And he can negate a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And he can second wind. And he's like a massive like health sponge.
Yeah.
And then Matthew does all of the second objectives. Like helps people, puts like control spells up and stuff like that. I know our balance now. If one of you was to be like, I'm doing too much damage, it would go downhill so fast.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, but I don't think anyone is the asshole here. No, I don't think anyone is. I don't think so.
That's a roughie.
So this next one, this is a submission. This is a long one. Bear with us because there's a lot of context that's needed here.
Okay.
This has been sent in by Angry Harpy, and she uses she, her, and they, them pronouns.
Thank you, Angry Harpy.
The title is, I tried to murder the party rogue after they cast light on my nose, and the player is now considering swapping their rogue out. Am I the asshole?
Okay.
And there is spoilers for Curse of Strahd in here.
Okay.
I know so many of you are going to be like, oh, of course it's Curse of Strahd. I am currently in a Curse of Strahd campaign with 7 friends, and my spouse is the Dungeon Master. I am playing a Leonin Path of the Ancestral Guardian Barbarian, and the problem player is playing a Rock Gnome Arcane Trickster. The Gnome is a character that player 3 pulls out when they do not want to take on a leadership role and they just want to cut loose. Where the tension comes in is the Gnome was designed to be attracted to tall, dangerous women/females. My character is 6'10", which is 2 meters tall, and the tallest amongst the party. One of their first interactions was her catching the gnome, attempting to pickpocket her, and bluntly telling him to not touch her again, as he has repeatedly told him to not touch her throughout the campaign. Grabbing her hand/cloak while we're walking, placing his hand on her leg as she is standing next to a wall after an encounter, etc. During our last session, our party found themselves in the Amber Temple along with a human NPC we picked up from Castle Ravenloft, and we entered the magical library. We are all level 6 at this point.
Okay.
Knowing that humans cannot see in the dark like the rest of the party, I picked up one of the candle holders to test if we could take one of them outside of the room, which wasn't successful. Seeing this, the gnome offered to help and asked for a coin. After handing him a coin, he asked for another one, which she told him no. This is when he decided to cast light on her nose. I told player 3 that if he does this, my character was going to punch him. Because the other characters were doing things as this was going on, the DM had to circle back to us, which I then once again told player 3 he could walk these actions back, which he chose not to. So my character took her 2 attacks and punched the gnome and grappled him, demanding he undo the spell. The gnome decided that they were going to pretend that they had passed out, and we matched deception slash perception checks, so I really wasn't fooled. Thinking that if his life was in peril, he would have stopped pretending, she took him and dangled him over a 30-foot drop. The gnome continued to pretend that they were knocked out. The tabaxi was absolutely convinced the gnome was knocked out and tried to talk my character out of dropping him, but the Dampier came in looking for the gnome to assist with a magically locked chest and was not fooled. After the Dampier yelled at the gnome, he stops, he removes the light spell, and I throw him back into the library. Later on, we end up in the main entrance of the Amber Temple and completely get jumped, and the party almost dies. At one point during the fight, my character attempts to pull both the gnome and the ASMR out of line of fire, and the gnome actively avoids her attempts to grab him. Long story short, we didn't TPK, but it was at a high cost. We lost the human NPC. I was given a dark gift, and I no longer have a wish spell. I had spent time mulling over the session, and in talking it over with my spouse, they told me that player 3 is planning on swapping out the rogue for a paladin. I am now feeling like garbage because of this, and giving serious consideration of me backing out of the game. Our party needs a rogue more than another tank. My character has set off 2 traps in the game while in Ravenloft, and she was able to survive them, but other characters might not. My spouse/DM said that he likes what I bring to the table in regards to character growth and has been questioning his capabilities as a DM in regards to providing an engaging game, but has been checking in with the group to see if we are all having fun, which we all have said yes. So, was I the asshole here?
No, you weren't. The problem here is just a completely fundamental breakdown in communication of, it's like, when we don't understand that me as a, like, the rogue doesn't understand that me as a player is frustrated.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about you as the Leonin. And they're passing it off as, like, your character's frustrated. It's 2 different things.
Yes.
Like, if the player, and you had this talk above table, if you, the person, goes to rogue, the person, and says, hey, all this, like, touchy-feely stuff, like, I'm not comfortable with, like, can we stop? Like, if we maybe can't get along, we can maybe just, like, be in the party, but maybe don't interact as much.
Yeah.
But all of this, like, antagonizing me is frustrating me, like, as a person.
Yeah.
And it's going to boil over, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in this exact same situation.
Yes.
In this exact same situation, the first campaign that we played in, there's a guy in my party that just casts spells at me all the time and, like, trips my character over and tries to steal things from my character all the time. And I should have just said out loud, hey, it's pissing me off. Like, can you just stop? Because it's annoying me as a person, and I don't want it to, like, bleed over into the game. And I didn't do that, and it bled over into the game, and we had a similar sort of situation to this.
Horrible.
It was rough, and we were just, like, we didn't talk for ages and stuff like that. And I should have just gone to the person and said, above board, this needs to stop because it's pissing me off.
Yeah, totally. I totally. And I think this is a really good example of when player communication breaks down. Everyone has a bad time.
Everyone.
Like, you know, this other player wants to switch their character out. You want to back out of the game. Your DM is now sitting there
questioning
going,
whether they're a good dungeon master.
Because there's this conflict going on. And I promise, Angry Harpy, all you have to do to remedy the situation, at least I hope, it's going to go 2 ways. You can either have this conversation and you come amicably to his conclusion and you feel relieved, or it's going to open a floodgate and then you're going to have to deal with whatever comes out after that fact.
Yeah, I genuinely believe 90% of the time that we're adult enough to, when somebody comes to you with a problem and they're like, If you go to the rogue, the player, and you say, like, outside of the game, person to person, and you say, hey, that got a bit much.
Yeah.
Here's why it happened. Here's all the things I've been frustrated about. I'm sorry I haven't told you up to this point.
Yeah.
But can we stop it? I don't want you to like not have the rogue. I think the rogue's awesome, but like these things, I just want these things to stop and we can get on fine.
I mean, that is us assuming here that you are frustrated outside of the game. Because I will say there is a lot of interchangeable language being used here. My character this, and then I felt this. I warned the player, then my character did this. This is all Angry Happy on the assumption that you are feeling frustrated outside of the game. It sounds like everyone is. It sounds like there is a lot of out-of-game consequences happening to this in-game problem. So you need to talk to the player and say, this is all 100% in character. You don't have to change your character. This is 100% in character, or this is now bleeding out of character, and we have to do something. And for the sake of the entire game, for the sake of your DM as well,
something needs to change.
So it has to change.
Like whether or not like it was out of character, in character, personal, in like my character's feelings, something has to change between you two. Because whether it's you as people or your characters aren't getting on and you're frustrating each other, and it's just becoming a problem for everyone, and that's where it is.
When you start talking about, I want to switch my character out, and I'm thinking about ducking out of the game, I think it shows that it has gone beyond just having a fun game. People are thinking about it outside of the game for whatever reason. So I think honestly, you go to this known player and you just say, hey, let's talk about some of these things going on, because
I'll be real, it would piss me off as well.
It would piss me off. All of this would piss me off. Yeah.
Like when I'm trying to play quite a serious character, and I don't know, it's hard to get my feelings across about this, because it's like when I'm trying to play a serious character and people don't take my serious character seriously when I want to be taken serious, it can upset me.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it does. I completely understand.
So I get being frustrated. It's like you're going into a very dangerous situation with a light on your nose.
Yeah, I know.
You're literally a walking target.
Yeah, and then it's like, in the combat when you're trying to pull the gnome out of...
You're trying to save them.
Yeah.
And because of things that have happened outside the combat, they're putting themselves in danger. NPCs have already died.
Yeah. And look,
wish spells have been expended.
This would be frustrating as another player who's just privy to this.
Yeah.
Like even if just two people were acting like this in the party, it would be annoying. If I was the DM, it would be annoying.
If I was trying everything to succeed in that combat and the rogue isn't like, not intentionally, but the rogue is letting those out of like game's feelings maybe, or even those out of combat feelings bleed into the game, and they're getting themselves in trouble, wasting healing spells potentially, wasting action economy potentially. Like, that's rough.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I don't think anyone's the asshole here.
No.
I think this is just a really, again, a shit situation that, I will say...
It's fixable, though.
It is totally fixable. And it's something that you and this other player have definitely put yourselves into, but I don't think you've meant to. And I think that's just an outcome sometimes of communication not being strong enough.
And it's not Jova, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like... oh, there's no way to come back from this. It's simple. You two have a conversation, figure out what the problem is, figure out if it's in-game or out of game, figure out like how your characters are going to be able to like proceed.
And just set like rules going forward for how you deal with this. If anyone starts feeling a certain way, you can go to each other and say, and I think it's definitely not too late.
It's not too late. It's easy.
And I think let your DM's your spouse. Let your DM in on how you're feeling as well, honestly.
And let your Dungeon Master know, it's like, all we can do is try and facilitate a good game. Like, I like, if you can relay this to your Dungeon Master, like, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
Like, in this situation,
totally.
There's just maybe there's miscommunication between you and the rogue. There's nothing that the Dungeon Master can really do.
No.
Apart from maybe going
make you talk. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, rogue. Hey, partner. Talk. That's all your Dungeon Master can do. Your Dungeon Master isn't a bad Dungeon Master.
No.
They haven't created a antagonistic environment or anything like that. So just make sure that they're not sweating about it.
I agree. And I hope that helps. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you. This next one, this has been sent in by Delirium, and they use they, it pronouns.
Thank you very much, Delirium.
The title is, am I the asshole for pushing a friend to tell RDM that another player ditched mid-session to play Minecraft, and then I called... Oh my gosh. Sorry. Am I the asshole for pushing a friend to tell RDM that another player ditched mid-session to play Minecraft and I caused them to get kicked out from the campaign? I, Delirium, play in a homebrew campaign that is based on an ancient world of mythology.
Triton, our DM, has worked very hard on this, and we are still fairly early on in the campaign.
Okay.
Now here comes Shade, the problem player. Shade has a reputation in our friend group, which includes various D&D campaigns, for taking naps right before sessions with no notice and sleeping through them, causing us to cancel last minute, forgetting we have D&D entirely despite multiple weeks of weekly pings from our DMs, and completely disengaging midway through sessions with seemingly no warning.
Okay.
I must clarify to this note that this is a repetitive pattern of behavior that has caused several of our friends to get upset at them. They are remorseful, but they will then lapse back into the same habits that made us upset in the first place.
Okay.
Onto the issue itself. Triton had us all in a town in Ireland during the festival of Samhain. The village was central to another player's backstory, as we'd been in Ireland most of his story beats and we had been here, but the DM was giving all of us a chance to go off and do fun stuff.
Cool.
However, we are still early in the campaign, so this was important bonding time for the party. About midway through, Shade abruptly leaves the call. We play online because we all live in different states, and doesn't text any of us to let us know where they have gone. Skip to the next day where Azzy, Shade's friend, tells me that later after the session, Shade had texted them and said they left the call yesterday because, and I quote, their computer couldn't run a Discord call and Minecraft at the same time. They left mid-session with no notice because they wanted to play Minecraft and apparently refused to wait until after the session wrapped up. I, of course, pushed Azzy to tell the DM because I know that if I was them, I would want to know. After Azzy told the DM, they were furious due to this and, amongst other issues, promptly kicked Shade from the campaign.
Okay.
So here is where the question comes in. Am I the arsehole for pushing Azzy to tell the DM of the real reason that Shade left mid-session and I caused them to get kicked from the campaign due to this and their previous tendencies to waste our DM's time?
No.
Well, it's the consequences of your actions.
Consequences to my actions.
Wow. Oh my, who would have thought?
Like, the thing is, right, here's the thing. Without the Minecraft thing.
Yeah.
Take the Minecraft situation out.
Yeah.
That's bad anyway, but take the Minecraft situation out. Somebody who just constantly forgets that D&D is happening, takes naps as the session's starting, so
which
then
means everyone has to cancel.
This is the thing. It's like if you maybe had the rule in place where if Shade doesn't turn up, we still play.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
but you don't, and Shade is reminded constantly, weekly reminders about the session, then takes naps and then just forgets that it's happening. Somebody who takes D&D very seriously, plays my weekly game. It's my time to see my friends.
Yeah.
It's my time to relax. It's my time to play my TTRPG that I love, tell the stories that I love with my friends. If one person is interrupting that every week and it's a repeated pattern of behavior and you've been warned, you're out my game full stop.
No, I completely agree. Let's take that out of it. Let's say it was just one instance, just the Minecraft instance. It would be different.
It would be different.
But it's not. The fact that this is a repeat behavior, the DM, I promise, to be fair, if a DM wanted to kick someone out purely just for that reason, I feel like that's valid.
100%, yeah.
But take into account that your DM has had to not only have this, I feel like this was the last
this is the straw that broke the camel's back. That's what this is.
I agree. And this feels like a long time coming, honestly.
Yeah, it feels like a long time coming. And this is like, tell me you don't get how much effort the Dungeon Master puts in. Tell me you don't get how much like D&D means to people in your group. That you mid-session say that you
don't say anything.
You were considering trying to play at the same time. Disrespectful. In my opinion.
I can appreciate that people can do two things at one time.
Yeah.
I can totally appreciate that Minecraft is the type of game where you can turn your brain off. I get it.
But like as a Dungeon Master, like I put in a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of hours like thinking about my game and sorting maps out and like making up stat blocks and stuff like that. If this is just me, and I understand that everyone's different and it is different when you play from home, but if middle of my session somebody whips out their phone and starts to play Minecraft because that's what they want to do like that, that's a complete disrespect to me.
Yeah.
Like I need people at my table.
At least with the people that we play with. Yeah.
Who are invested, who are there, who are like on, who like they're bought into this. And it is different when you play from home and you're on your PC and stuff like that. It would be very tempting. And some people do need that little bit of extra stimulation to keep themselves locked in.
Totally.
I get that. But leaving the call
without saying anything
because your computer cannot play the two at the same time. They can't play
and you're
Discord
picking,
and can't play Minecraft. You're picking Minecraft.
I know. When you already are the problem player. Like, respectfully.
If you don't want to play, just stop
say,
playing.
I know. I think that's it.
This is the thing that bamboozles the fucking shit out of me with so many of these things. It's just like, you don't make time for it. Mm-hmm. You nap during the sessions. You want to play Minecraft instead. Just stop playing.
Yeah, I know.
You don't want to play.
I know. I completely agree.
It's just wild.
I completely agree. And you know what, Delirium? I understand why. If it was just everything else, and you were going, am I the arsehole for this? I probably wouldn't have even put this in, being honest with you.
Yeah, because
it's a non-question to me.
Yeah.
However, I understand the sequence of events that led Shade being kicked out.
Yeah.
Their friend coming to you and you saying you need to tell the DM. I understand why when you're in that moment it could feel like, oh my god, I've been the catalyst to this.
You maybe feel a bit guilty.
Totally. And that's a very valid feeling. Feeling guilty for this is very, very valid. However, I will say it's the consequences of their actions, my friend.
What do they expect?
It's the consequences of everything they've done.
You don't put time aside for the game that you've said that you're going to play in, which means everyone else doesn't get to play, which is selfish.
Yeah.
You then nap before, also makes me think that you don't care.
Yeah.
Makes everyone else not be able to play, is selfish. And then you stop playing mid-game. Don't tell anyone and go play Minecraft. It's selfish.
Yeah,
Think about the other people around you.
I completely agree.
If you don't want to play D&D, stop playing.
Yeah,
Nobody's making
no,
you.
oh my god, no. And you know, it's very much like, it's the whole thing of like, oh, I found out that my friend is cheating on their partner. Should I tell them? It's one of those things where it's like, they should know, they deserve to know, but I'm worried if I tell them that I'm going to cause this big fallout. But it's like, it's not your fault.
They caused it.
They're the person doing the bad thing.
Yeah, the person who quit to play Minecraft is the problem, not you.
Is doing the bad thing. But I understand shooting the messenger. I totally understand it. But no, you are not the asshole. Shade is 100% the asshole. And you can be as remorseful as you want. Mm-hmm. It's good that they're feeling remorse around these things. Yeah. But there comes a point where you have to acknowledge that you're the problem and something has to change. There comes a point where literally saying sorry but not changing anything is actually more of an insult than if you didn't say sorry at all.
You're not sorry, so stop saying it. Only say sorry if you're actually sorry.
Yeah. Delirium, you are not the arsehole.
No.
No, but
Shade is the arsehole.
I understand that you probably feel a bit of guilt around this, and that is normal, but it is not your fault, my friend.
And I can guarantee your game will probably be
much better
and thrive, because
so much better.
You'll have a consistent game.
Yep.
You'll be able to actually get excited for it.
Yep.
And you won't be having this like lingering doubt of, are we going to play? Are we not going to play?
Yeah,
like, what's
what a
happening?
nightmare. And you know what? I don't know if there's anyone else in your game who has this issue as well. And this is going to anyone listening who maybe has a situation like this. If one person can't make it, you're having to cancel. Consider putting in a rule in where you go, if this one person can't make it, we still play.
Yeah.
Set a rule up where any amount of people missing, you're still happy to play. That's what we do.
Because one of two things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
This person will hear, oh, by the way, if you don't...
we're still going to play without you.
We're still going to play without you. They either get their fucking shit together and turn up
or
because they know that the game will carry on without them.
Yeah.
They'll feel like they're missing out.
Yeah.
Or they'll go, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the problem is solved.
Everything will stay the same and you still get to play and they'll just turn up every now and then.
And it's good because, look, like, life happens. And
totally.
Like, things come up. Like, Josh's knee injury, it could have definitely, like, kept him out of a couple of sessions.
It could have.
Luckily, it didn't.
Yeah.
But, like, those things just happen.
Yeah, life happens.
And you can't put everything on hold for it, sadly.
Yeah.
And I get that it is tough to miss out on sessions. But, you know, when it's people's fun, when it's people's personal time,
totally.
when it's like things that people really look forward to, we have to, like, look out for that because, look, if we're working all the time or we're doing all these things that we don't enjoy, not getting that thing that we love.
Yeah.
In the middle of the week sometimes can be rough.
Yeah, I completely agree. But no, you are not the asshole.
No, you're not.
No. Right, this next one, this is also a submission. This has been sent in by Anonymous, and they use they, them pronouns.
Thank you, Anonymous.
So, I've been playing in D&D with a group of 6 people for a while now. Most of them are cool, but there's this one guy I will just call the Bard, who I just don't vibe with. We've clashed before, mostly because he does that jokey edgelord thing a lot, and I have very little patience for that kind of energy. I'll admit I don't exactly go out of my way to get along with him either, so maybe we are just oil and water. Anyway, the campaign. I was playing a lawful neutral paladin, super devout, raised in a cult, very holy mission vibes. She's a tiefling who was kidnapped by a cult in an attempt to purify her. I was obsessed with her. Like, this was one of my favorite characters I've ever played. So from the very first session, every time I had my paladin do anything related to her faith, praying, quoting scripture, princess, quoting scripture, whatever the bard had to jump in with was some anti-god snark, like, oh really, your gods are fake, or why do you even believe in them? Like, sir, gods exist in this world canonically. We've literally just met one. If it had been once or twice, I would have let it slide, but it was a weekly thing. Constant sessions of this relentless gods aren't real routine. It got old fast, especially since he was doing it during dramatic moments for my character.
Okay.
So I pulled him aside, and as nicely as I could, I asked him if he could just chill with a constant commentary. He said sure. I thought that was the end of it. I finally said something, told him to cool it, and that it was getting on my nerves. He said sure, problem solved, right? No.
Wrong.
Very next session, we're mid-combat, and I have my paladin do a quick prayer for the souls of our enemies, saying something about how the gods are forgiving. And this guy immediately chimes in with something edgy, atheist nonsense. If gods really cared, they wouldn't have let this happen, and only fools pray to things they don't answer. So I just snapped. I told him he was being insufferable, that he had promised to stop doing the snarky atheist stuff, said I wasn't interested in playing D&D with Ricky Gervais. And
oh my god! Oh, get this man an ambulance! Somebody put him out. He's like
he's already dead.
He's already dead.
And I logged off mid-session. I haven't replied to his text since. At the time, I felt totally justified, but now I'm wondering if maybe I went a little nuclear. Like, yeah, he was annoying, but did I overreact? Am I the asshole?
God. Oh, man, this is, like... The thing is, you did everything right.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
The thing is, it's like... to me, the crash out is valid because before you crashed out, you turned around to them, like, after the session, and you were like, hey, by the way, like, this whole atheist thing, it's, like, pissing me off. Like, my character's just trying to be my character.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, this can be a good, like, thing.
Theo and Silence in our campaign.
And believer.
Oh, my God.
You can see them, like, they get along as people.
Yeah.
And every single time that Silence says something about Cavandia, Theo isn't going, your God doesn't exist, by the way.
But he might be rolling his eyes, or he might be sighing, but but that's the thing. Things like this, you iron out as you go.
Here's the thing. Your beliefs as characters aren't the only thing that defines you. You're a person as well. And this is the thing, Theo and Silence, they found common ground.
Yes.
Actually, by... They're maybe more similar than they think.
Totally.
They're completely different because one believes in magic and one believes in the gods.
Yeah.
But they're so similar as people that they've actually, like, come together.
Yeah.
And that's what this is supposed to be. Like, if one thing defines your entire beliefs, then yeah, you're going to get things like this. But even if you don't believe in the gods, it doesn't mean you get to just constantly insult somebody.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's the God, especially in the important dramatic moments for my character.
So annoying.
This bard chiming in, and it's like, I get it. You want to make it clear what your character believes in. You want to make it clear that your character stands for something. I understand, but fucking hell, there is a time and place.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. There's a time and place. Like, every single time they say something, like, chiming in with these, like, passive aggressive comments, it's like, nobody fucking cares.
And it's like, your character's beliefs aren't more important than anyone else's.
Yeah.
And this is what it's giving, that the bard thinks that every time Anonymous has a moment about their god, the bard takes this as an opportunity to develop their character, and it doesn't work like that.
That's not your gateway to talk.
Yeah, yes.
Like they are having a prayer during combat, which is cool, by the way.
Yeah,
I like it. It's
100%.
Like, and it's like, that's, and I
what
love
great character flavor.
And I love that idea of, like, you know, we're killing people here, but, you know, the gods are merciful. The gods will accept your soul even if you've done wrong and stuff like that. That's cool. But yeah, so the thing is, look, is your crash out valid? Man, like,
yeah,
it's
look,
so hard because I couldn't possibly say I wouldn't do the exact same
honestly,
thing.
Same. I can't say that I wouldn't as well.
The
and
Ricky Gervais comment.
Hey, look, I don't know if you intended that to be as fucking funny as it is.
Hilarious.
But, oh my god. When I was reading this, I was like, this has to go in purely for that burn.
What a twat that guy
yeah,
is,
I know. What a fucking
hell.
I know. But and I think that's it. It's that edgy humor mixed with the atheism of it all. And hey, to be clear, just so everyone, it's no surprise, IRL, absolute complete atheists.
Yeah,
us.
don't believe in any gods.
And the thing is, those themes do carry over into our D&D games because they're part of who we are.
Yeah.
They could potentially be part of our characters. They're definitely part of your world. But at the same time, there's gods in your world.
Yeah.
There's the acknowledgement that gods exist.
Yeah.
And it's one of these things where it's like, where is the line drawn?
Yeah.
Like,
and like, but the thing is, again, like, all of that aside, before you crash out, you did the right thing.
I
you
agree.
Go to the dude and you're like, hey, stop it. Like, can we just like cool it? Let's try and get on his characters and stuff like that. You're even trying to like not associate like super with this dude because you don't like him.
Yeah.
And you can tell that. And sometimes those things,
I think that's it as well.
It's like you've taken all the right steps and he's still poking the bear.
Yeah.
He's still like coming in and trying to like
he knows
antagonize
that it pisses you off.
So he keeps doing it.
And he agreed to stop.
And then literally
continued.
The next session he doesn't.
But again, like, honestly, the statement only fools prey to things that don't answer. That line goes so hard.
Yeah.
That's something that could be great character development. That could be something that is so interesting to explore from both of your perspectives, done right. Not done in this fucking annoying, because you're right, it's insufferable.
And it's this thing of like, yeah, we don't agree, but then one night we sit down at a campfire and we just slightly begin to see each other's perspectives.
Yeah, and you have a proper conversation.
You have a proper conversation
rather
about
than
it.
a
And it's just
snarky
like,
comment.
Look, I get you don't believe it, but to me it means this.
Yeah, exactly.
And then this bad's like, yeah, well, do you want to know what? My mother was religious, and in a final moment she prayed out to the gods that didn't answer, and for that reason I fucking hate the gods. And it's just like, do you want to know what? Fair dues. Yeah. Like, and we
there has to be the depth behind it.
It's so surface level.
Yeah.
It's so antagonistic. It's so empty.
And it's all
so
just
vapid.
So snacky. Yeah.
And it's so snacky, and it's done with bad faith.
Yeah.
And then you fucking crash out. And do you want to know what? Like, here's the thing. I don't think you're the asshole because you've taken every step to this point. It's like, it's not your fucking fault that someone's a complete utter cock.
I mean, how many times do we say this? After you have a conversation with someone and you let them know how it makes you feel, if they continue to keep doing that intentionally, then it's on them.
It's on them.
And yes, of course, there's the argument to be made. Leaving mid-session, it's an uncomfortable, awkward situation for everyone. I can't say, even given the fact that we're sat here giving advice out, I can't say
I wouldn't do the same
that
thing.
we're still human. We're all human. We have these feelings. Like, yes, of course, there's always a better way for it to be handled than that. Of course there is.
Yeah, but you're just trying to turn up to D&D, have a good time, and this guy's making it miserable.
I think the most important thing is this guy is intentionally doing it now.
Yeah, because you've asked him to stop.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Yep. I agree. I know. I do not think. I think he's the arsehole.
He's the
honestly.
arsehole, 100%. Guaranteed.
I think he's the arsehole, and I think honestly, Anonymous, if you're listening, I think you need to now have a conversation with your dungeon master
100%.
and explain this. Explain how you've written this, and then hopefully another conversation will be had with this player, and they have to respect these boundaries going forward, or there has to be the character development behind it.
I would love, live, laugh, love to be a fly on the wall.
I know.
The moment somebody says, so why did you actually hate the gods?
Yeah.
Because I bet there's no reason.
Yeah. But the thing is, there very well could be. But
I don't think you're that antagonistic if there's a genuine reason. I think if you're a character that's fully fleshed out with a genuine reason, and you probably know that they have a genuine reason for their faith, so you don't do this.
Yeah.
I bet there's no reason. I don't know that, and I'm at this point, I'm probably just annoyed for you. But like, I don't think you make a character that vapid, and I don't think you make a character that antagonistic if there's genuine reasons.
See, I think the complete opposite. Because this is how my mind works. If my character was that antagonistic and that devout and dedicated to that thought to the point where they were having a go every time at people in their party, there would have to be a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. He fucking look, I haven't watched the last season. He fucking hates the Titans, and that's his whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's really fierce about it and really loud about it.
Yeah.
Because of reason.
Yeah.
And I can't help but I would be the same. If my character acted this horribly to everyone, it better fucking be for a good reason.
But like, I don't think there is. Like, I think you make a character that antagonistic and that mean because there's maybe not much else.
Yeah. See, I think the complete exact opposite. And look, regardless, you know what? Doesn't fucking matter.
That's it. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter.
The moment they ask you to stop,
they should have stopped. Yeah. Or, and the thing is, I'm sure, OP, you probably didn't care if it stopped entirely.
Yeah.
But it's just fucking, oh my God, read the room.
There's the next moment
I know.
you try and pray.
Very next session.
Moment you try and talk about your God, they just yap on in. It's just like, shut up.
And maybe this is them just not being able to find a way to ask for someone to ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe this is the only way that they know to communicate that their character has something going on and they want it asked. But hey, look, that's on them.
Just talk.
Yeah.
How about that? Like, if you've got something to say that badly, if you've got a story to tell that badly, let's sit down at the campsite on the nighttime, wait until the paladins take and watch, come up and be like, hey, I know I've been antagonistic and this is my reason as to why.
Yep.
And then the player on the other side, the paladin goes, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
This is why I believe in my God and I understand it a little bit more now.
Yep.
So when you do come out with these horrible, snacky comments, at least the paladin gets it.
Yeah, I
At least the person who you're intentionally antagonizing understands.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God.
No, Anonymous, you are not the asshole. No, look, again,
this pisses me off so much.
Sure, Crash Out could have been handled differently, of course. In a perfect world, yes, it would all be handled perfectly, but it's not a perfect world and we're not perfect people. This person is intentionally antagonizing
you tried your best.
Yeah,
you tried your best, and this dude didn't try at all.
You are not the asshole.
No, not at all.
Now, this is the last one. I saved this one for last because it's you'll see. So the title is "Am I the Asshole for Warning People of Danger?" In this average D&D campaign, the party got informed that there was going to be a raid on a noble's house.
Okay.
We went to their home and we got stopped at the front gates by their maid. We told the maid that the raid is going to happen and she asked for our name, then went to the lord of the house and came back saying the lord doesn't care because he doesn't know who we are and he doesn't trust us. I walked away pissed off because we were trying to do something good and we basically got the don't care, didn't ask. So I lashed out and I said, I hope you die tonight because they didn't heed our warning, doubling as a final scare tactic. I later told the guards to keep an eye, especially keen eye out tonight, but that interaction got me labeled as the asshole.
Well, because you said, I hope you die tonight.
I
hope you die tonight.
I don't care that you broke your
elbow. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
This is giving, you know, when a guy hounds a girl for attention and then she tells him no and he's like, well, you're fat and ugly anyway. That's what this is giving.
I wasn't interested anyway. It's like, okay.
I hope you die tonight.
You seem like you really don't care.
And the thing is,
hey, we love an unbothered queen.
Like, again,
nothing pisses people off more than an unbothered queen. I hope you fucking die.
I hope you fucking die tonight. I hope you burn. The thing is, I get it. Like, being serious about this for a second. I get it.
Being serious about this, it's like the dungeon master's like, there's going to be a raid on this noble's house. And they're like, oh, let's go warn the noble. And the noble's like, hey, can you guys fuck off? Who's also played by the dungeon master. The players are like, why are we here?
But like, again, the thing is, Like, I get it. Hey, nobles can be pricks.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I understand everyone's decisions here, but the way it's laid out is just so funny to me. And OP, this isn't laughing at you. It isn't. The situation is just, it's just funny.
It's just funny. And the thing is, like, at that point, I think, in my Dungeon Master brain, what I would expect the players to do would be to get serious. In my Dungeon Master brain, the thing that I would expect the players to do at that point is watch the house.
Yes.
From the shadows for the night. When the raid happens, they intervene, they save the people.
Totally. And then,
the noble comes down and the noble's like, I didn't heed your warning, I'm so sorry.
Exactly.
Here's a chest of gold.
Yeah.
Here's favor. Here's some magic items. And I should have listened and I'll be more cautious. And it's like the noble then learns their lesson.
Yeah. I'd be interested who labeled you the asshole. I'd be interested. Because the thing is...
I hope you die tonight.
I hope you die tonight.
But it's like, I get it. It's like maybe striking fear might be the catalyst.
Might be the catalyst. I get it.
At that point, like, make me an intimidation check.
I get it. I totally get it. But I would be like, who labeled you that? Because the thing is, if the guards in the game labeled you the asshole, that's fair. But I think the problem stems if people above table are like, man, you were an asshole for that.
It's like, I'm just trying my best.
That's it. That I wanted to leave that one in as a little palate cleanser.
You're not the asshole.
No, you're not. To be clear, you're not the asshole.
You're not the asshole. I would also be frustrated if my dungeon master was like, hey, there's gonna be a raid in the noble's house, and then you go and warn the noble, and the noble's like, hey, go fuck yourself. It's like, okay.
I get serious about it again. I think if this happened in our game, I don't think we would be personally offended.
No.
I think we would be like, okay, noble's a prick.
Nobles be nobles be nobles.
Noble probably doesn't deserve to die. We know that there's a raid. Let's prove them wrong. And we would probably do that. Yeah. Or we'd be like, all right, fuck you then.
I can't wait to watch you die.
we would tell the guards. You know what I mean? I actually think, this is...
I get it.
I get it.
You're trying almost every option, and you're not the hassle, man.
No.
Look, Lenore said some pretty
said far worse.
Some pretty questionable things to NPCs. That's just who she is.
Yep.
Margaret plays very antagonistic characters almost in every campaign.
Yep.
So I've got to be ready for that.
She's not as antagonistic as her mother, I don't think. I don't know, actually.
I think she is.
I think she's actually cheekier than her mother, which leads her to being more antagonistic.
The thing is, Blythe was never really in as many social situations because of the campaign setting. As Lenore is. Yeah. So Lenore maybe seems a little more aggy because she's in so many social situations.
And again, she's very confident and she's full of fuck.
Yeah, but she's also, very sweet.
Yeah, she is. No, she absolutely is. Yeah.
Unless she dislikes you, then.
And then it's over. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That's it. What do you think? Okay, we're not laughing at you. I promise. That's just a funny situation.
It's just a funny situation. It's like the. I need the taint. Sometimes you just say things out loud and then afterwards you're like,
I hope you die tonight.
I hope you die tonight.
Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I would be so interested. The very first one, I would be so interested to know what your take is on
the Paladin crash out. I'd love to hear what your take on that.
I'd be really interested to know what you have to think about all these, to be honest. So
let us know down in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. All of those things help the channel. If you want to help me and Margaret in our journey being content creators full time, consider becoming a YouTube member, consider becoming a Patreon. You'll get a backlog of loads of content, and we do 2 extra streams a month.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Thanks so much for being here, guys. I love you all so much. I love you.
I love you.
The Bubbin loves you. We have been the Eldritch Podblast, and we're going to see you on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
And once again, another huge thank you to our patrons and our YouTube members, and a huge shout out to our entity tiers.
Hoobs,
Ariel,
Tula,
Runarian, Maddie,
Luna,
Teddysaurus,
Caspian,
J-Spot TX,
Ultrafail,
Dallin M,
Sleepy,
Joe Dragonlord 2,
Alistar,
Lawkeeper Society,
Ricky B,
Catherine,
Fauskin,
Azuriel,
Panda Queen Plays,
Xylo Boy,
Lucas Iapetus,
Luna River,
Crestamancy,
The Tacos Are Here,
Hairy Godfather,
Rainanana,
Scrimbles,
CJ Chantel 1313,
Keplin 1000,
Pretend It's You Ace, Dana,
Captain Hades,
Sloby 1,
Amelia A,
Rebecca K,
Banoffee Spy,
Tears of the Sun,
BH,
Crumley,
Dink Twin,
Light of Hearts,
Nathan W,
Timbo,
Melosaurus Rex,
The Nerdy Dreamer,
Stephen R,
Simple Gin.
Danny Lee Phantom, Drew Standby,
Spiritual Rogue, Brit.
Thank you all so much for the support. You have no idea how much it helps.
And if you too would like to become a patron or a channel member here on YouTube, click the link in the description or the join button down below.